want me to begin? Or
yes, yeah.
what do you want me to say? I'm sorry.
Your name and then the name of this business.
My name is Maya Ashley Jetson. This is my hair salon and barbershop. It's called Soigné.
So how'd you get started?
Funny thing is, I actually used to work in this shop before it was mine, and it was Troy's shop. And I remember saying one day, I was like, "This is gonna be my shop one day." Boom, manifested. Here we are.
Just like that. So have you been doing hair a long time, or is this a new thing?
I've been doing locks the longest. I've been doing them since high school. But I've been a licensed cosmetologist for the past 8 years. Yep.
So how did you come up with the name?
I actually had a hair magazine entitled Soigné already for about 2-3 years before I even had the shop. So when I got the shop, it was pretty easy for me to figure out what the name would be.
Oh, wow. Just another manifestation. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Just one to another. Were there things in school that you actually learned and used, or was that more just for the licensing part of it?
I definitely say there was some stuff I learned. I learned a lot from other students, not necessarily the teachers, but the other students within the beauty school. I learned a lot from them. When it comes down to the teachers, I say it was more geared towards state board than actual salon experience.
So in terms of customers, how do you typically get your customers? Word of mouth or like?
Predominantly word of mouth. I've been at it almost 8 years, and I've really never paid for one single form of advertisement. Everything I've done has been on my own. So social media, word of mouth, but I'm ready to elevate.
Okay. We're just gonna leave that mystery right there.
You know.
So you got friends and friends of friends and friends of friends of friends. How do you feel? Well, do you consider yourself an influencer?
I definitely consider myself an influencer. There's a lot of people looking up to me, looking at me to keep going, inspiration. So, yeah, I wear that title well.
Okay. You also consider yourself a teacher?
Yeah, I guess you could say that. Very open to showing people my techniques and my knowledge and everything. I don't harbor it or keep it to myself, so you can consider me that.
Okay. So what are your future plans?
I can definitely see myself opening another shop in Atlanta. So I just want to I want to travel and I want to be all around.
So how has this past year impacted business or impacted just your mental state and all that stuff?
It started off real rocky when the coronavirus first started, and I felt like it was going to take a toll on my business, but I stayed dedicated and I stayed down.
So how was it last year coming into this year with COVID and everything?
We definitely had to close for a little while, which put a damper on some of the plans that I had for this year. And we're also not allowed to operate as open and as freely as we once did. So it did slow things down, but it increased my hustle, and I figured out a way to still do what I got to do.
Okay. So how did you pick, well, I know how you picked a location, but staying in this location, like, what does this community mean to you?
You know what? Like, I could have left. I could have went somewhere else and, became this amazing stylist somewhere else. But I felt most connected to San Bernardino because so many people look at us as just like the underdog. Like, there's so much untouched talent out here that is not seen. And I just feel like it's my duty to kind of just, represent that. So that's why I stayed here and didn't fly away.
Quite yet.
Yet.
So how do you feel being connected to other influencers and artists and things like that?
I feel inspired and motivated by each and every one of them. I'm very grateful to have so many amazing people to be influenced by. I definitely feel like we can definitely link up and create some real change out here. So I'm just real inspired by everybody. The same way they're inspired by me, I'm inspired by them.
So do you prefer to go to them, or do you prefer people coming to you?
As far as hair,
Mm-hmm.
it just depends. I don't mind going to them if the price is right, but I also don't mind them coming to my location. So
Okay.
either way.
Oh, how did this business allow you to start traveling?
Where would be my first? You know what? I think the first time I ever traveled was maybe 6 years ago. I did a wedding in Corona, and it was an African wedding. It was really big and very grand, and that was my first time traveling. And just to see the impact and the perks and the everything, it just inspired me to want to do it more.
So even though you had to adjust and change in this past year, did that make you travel more?
Yeah, definitely. Through this whole coronavirus, the tickets have been very cheap. So it doesn't take much for me to hop on a flight. I'm just, anytime anybody wants their hair done anywhere and I can do it and they're willing to pay my price, I'm willing to go.
How many states have you been to?
Ooh, been to a lot. Really thinking. I leave over 7, maybe 10.
International?
International, I've only been to Africa and Mexico.
Was that for hair or for fun?
That was for fun. Well, when I was 17, I went to Africa on a mission. So that was missionary work, but
Other than that,
it's been fun.
so you haven't gotten that international hair call yet.
Not yet. I'm waiting on it.
How did the protests affect business?
My shop actually got broken into around the same time as the protests. I'm not exactly sure that it was the protest, but I know that around that time a lot of people's emotions were heightened and it caused a lot of people to act crazy. So we definitely were vandalized and broken into, but it didn't last too long. We wasn't worried about it. We kept it pushing.
Yeah, I saw you had your door replaced 24 hours later.
Yep. Around the same day. Same day it happened. I was out of town and I still made it happen. So
You definitely about making it happen.
yeah, we don't let nobody hold us back. They try. They don't work.
Are there any misconceptions about you and your business that you want people to know?
I'm sure there are. As far as clarifying them or clearing them up, nah. I let people think what they want to think. When you meet me and when you vibe with me, it speaks for itself. I don't really like proving myself too much to people.
Is there any cliches that come with black doing hair, stuff like that?
As far as, what do you mean?
Like that's taken to your business. You're black, you do hair. Is there anything that people just expect of you because of those things?
Okay, so in the area I'm in, seeing as that I'm still in the same area I went to high school in and grew up in, a lot of people want that homie discount, that love, show me love, show me this, show me that. So that is a big problem, but not anymore because I'm not allowing it to happen anymore. But that was a big problem for a while.
What's one of the ways that you overcame that or are overcoming that problem?
Really just realizing my passion and realizing what I was capable of and understanding the value of it and making others understand the value of it. Even if they didn't, you know what I mean? I put it out there for them. If they want it, they could take it. If they don't, they could leave it. So pretty much it.
Like big plans with this. Things you want to do, people you want to work with.
Definitely. An artist that I've always wanted to work with will be Wale. I just have a dream of doing his locks one day. And I know that I will, so mark these words. But I also want to throw another hair show, maybe in 2022.
Why so far away? Is this planning?
Yes, I definitely want to plan for it. I want it to be major, and I want to give away $1,000 cash prize. I want it to just be dope. So I got to plan for it properly.
Do you have a location in mind already? You want to do it here or somewhere?
No, I definitely want to do it somewhere else, but I'm not too sure yet. I would definitely take that time to get everything figured out.
So is there a thing you're most known for?
I'll definitely say locks. Yes. Not a lot of people do locks where I'm at, so I'm pretty much known for them in this area.
is there another location other than Atlanta? And how did you pick Atlanta as a location?
Honestly, it's limitless. Where I feel like wherever I'm led or wherever it takes me, I'll go. I picked Atlanta because I go there often and I have a bit of a clientele in that area and a bit of a high demand there, and I just feel like there's so much opportunities there, and I just want what's mine, and I feel like I can get it in Atlanta.
This is what I'm doing. This is what's happening.
They're definitely very supportive. Probably my main support system is my mom, my sister, and my brother. They definitely support everything I do and motivate me to keep going further and further.
I'm sure you had pushback, but where did that pushback come from?
Well, when I first started out, I had a lot of people doubting me, telling me I shouldn't do this and that hairstylists don't make money, they don't do this, they don't do that. And I had a lot of people trying to get in my head originally, but everybody who knows me knows I'm very stubborn. So when I want something, you can't tell me no unless I tell myself no. So I basically just went after it anyway. And the same people who doubted me, they're congratulating me this time around. So stay dedicated.
Is there anything you want people to know about you, about your business? I mean, other than just growth all around, but is there anything you want people to know, people look forward to, keep an eye out for?
I definitely just want people to just look at me and see that motivation and to know that I've been through anything you can imagine with this business and just still kept going. So I just want to encourage people too on their journeys to just keep going. Like when it looks crazy, when it looks bad, keep going. When it looks ugly, keep going. When you ain't feeling good, keep going. Just keep going, because the only way to give up, the only way to stop going is to just give up. So just keep going.
And how can people find you?
You can find me at my location, 331 West Highland Avenue. You can find me on Instagram, my_Ashley. You can find me on Facebook, YouTube, all platforms. You could Google me too.
Hey.